They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Well, welcome in race fans to Talladega Speedway for round 9 of the Enscar Championship. Joining me in the comms box tonight, Mr. Carl Needler. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Brad. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Ready to go racing. Of course, tonight, Superspeedway racing. Let's get the bump drafting on and let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Here at Talladega, obviously the old adage, not Days of Thunder, sorry, Talladega Nights, you know?
Yes, mate.
Was it? If you ain't first, you're last, or something like that.
Yeah, too right, you know it. And, well, big night tonight, obviously. Anzac Day yesterday. We remembered all the troops who fought for us today to have what we have now, and with some of these drivers. Well, they're running some tribute liveries tonight, and it's bloody good to see too.
Yeah, it's obviously kudos to the guys that put the effort into sort of paying respects, or and remembering those people that have fallen during service and that. So no, it's good on them, and it's good to see that sort of support in the league. And some of these guys have done some real good efforts, and we've got obviously Don Gilbert on screen here, and I must say that that little camo outfit that he's got going on the car there could, in my opinion, could stick around for the rest of the season. It looks quite smart.
Yeah, it certainly is. It looks a great job by Don on that car, and there's a few other ones out there as well. I know Matt Town, he's running one as well, so it's another beautiful looking car out there. And, well, it looks like, I think I counted about 26 cars maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about
up.
right.
Yeah, tonight, so not a bad effort indeed. Talladega.
Yeah.
The one thing about Talladega is the big one, eh? And no doubt we're going to see one of those at some stage, surely.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No doubt when you're racing in a tight pack and everyone's racing door handle to door handle and in a 26 car pack, it's there's no room for error. So the big one is going to come. It just depends when.
Yeah, too right. Qualifying well underway at the moment. It looks like Dan Heddershide currently quickest out there at the moment.
It's good to see Dan front up this week and get that fully floored Chevy out of the garage, and decided to run it with the boys tonight.
Too right. We'll try and get a bit of sound going. Seem a bit quiet.
Happy hunting ground. Happy hunting ground for some, this place.
Yeah, and some it's a hunting ground of disaster. Seem to always get a bit of bad luck here, especially me when I used to run in the NASCARs. Cross could never get a break for some reason, but yeah, it's probably why I'm in the comms box these days, eh?
Yeah. Also, the home of the famous "Do Not Go Anywhere" call from Brad Matheson.
Yeah, too right, mate. And the magic tricks. I think last year we saw a fair few magic tricks going on at Talladega and that big pile up towards the end of the race. So
yeah.
Let's see if we get a bit of that happening tonight. So hopefully, if we're coming across nice and clear, can someone just let us know in the chat? That'd be great. Thanks. Currently, we're just must be time just about up on qualifying, that's for sure. As we can see now, Wayne Van Biljon on screen out of VSK. Is it Sim Sports? Sim Racing?
Sim Sports.
Sim Sports. There you go, in the 77. Brilliant paint job there on that car. Had it on the forum during the week, or sorry, on Facebook. And like you say, it's good to see these guys putting in some effort.
I just want to chuck this one out there. Wayne's gone to the effort of putting together a nice livery for the regular season and this Anzac livery, but by crikey, could he not update his profile pic on SDK?
Yeah, wow. That's a good point. Some of them are coming up, some of them aren't. It's quite interesting. this SDK may be playing games again tonight. We'll soon find out anyway. It looks like we've actually got 27 if everyone is here. Looks like Northway just about to head out now and do some qualifying along with Luke Hunter, David Gray and Dion Gregory.
Very unfamiliar sight seeing Northway go out for qualifying. The last, I don't know how many weeks, he decided to take that unofficial hard charger award that he's got a few of those trophies in the cabinet this season.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably passed twice the amount of people by now, hasn't he, than everyone else?
Yeah.
There you go, it is. It's having a spaz. SDK's playing up a little bit, so we'll just...
I love the magic tricks, eh?
Yeah, funnily enough, it had an update today, so... I don't know if that's saying anything, but...
While you're sorting those technical issues there, Brad,
there we go.
Who are our picks this week, mate?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, every time I make a pick, yeah, they seem to end up stacking it or something, so...
Come on, you got to pull at least one out. Like
yeah, I think, well, looking at that, looks like Heddershide, he's up there with Josh Galashan there, because they're teammates, aren't they? They're out of the same stables, aren't they?
Same stable, yeah.
Yeah, so those guys are sitting 1 and 3 at the moment, but they're certainly surrounded by a lot of Kiwi Sim racing cars.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think our winner is definitely going to come from Kiwi Sim Racing tonight, or someone that knows how to block like a madman.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong there. I don't know. I think we see. I don't know. So I've got a hunch to tell me that maybe Dan picks up a win tonight.
Oh yeah, well that'll be good. He's
needs
going to need some help, and surely everyone around him. It's going to be Kiwi Sim Racing versus everyone else, I'd say, towards the end.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a battle. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I think it's going to be a battle. There's going to be a lot of guys out there that not necessarily are teammates that are probably going to work together to try and sort of stop this juggernaut that is Kiwi Sim Racing on a Superspeedway. So, I mean, if you look at the timing charts, you've got sort of Dan and Josh quite close together, and then just in behind them, you've got Wayne, Chris Robinson, and Luke Yeager. So, you know, like if those guys sort of can make something work on track and give some of these Kiwi Sim Racing guys something to think about, then maybe we will see someone outside KSR take a win.
Yeah, it certainly will be interesting, as looks like all your usual suspects are certainly there or thereabouts. Matt Plucks took the lead of the championship last week while Stent was away, and it looks like he's missing from the field again tonight. So even though he's starting a fair way back, he'll be looking to make hay while the sun shines again.
Yeah, hopefully. Not sure what the goes there with Stent. It's a bit odd that he's missed 2 weeks in a row, but you know, touching on Matt Pluck starting in P10, you know, just ahead of mid pack, probably can find yourself in a bit of trouble there with if a big one happens early. Of course, you only get that one fast repair, so if you use it early in the race and then get caught up in another wreck at the end, then she could be curtains. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for Matt coming from sort of just ahead of midfield there.
Yeah, so you're right. We can't be much time left now, and qualifying, and we'll get things underway. It's still showing 1 lap to go. Everyone has finished their lap. Apparently, Northway's been disqualified.
Oh,
too slow of a lap.
Seems.
So that's interesting. Just looking at the chat there. Goodbye. Anyway,
so, have we got the jets, or have we got the customary big rig with the huge flag driving around Dega tonight?
Mate, it's got to be the jets. There's no doubt about it. It's THD Sim Sports at its best, with a bit of jets going off with NASCAR. Because I'll tell you what, lately all we've seen is a complete scam with the so-called real NASCAR championship. Can't even remember last time we actually seen a jet before racing. We've seen all these fake helicopters, not even attack helicopters that are flying over and stuff. It's yeah, they seem to have lost their way there, NASCAR. Guess
Don't want to fork out the big bucks for the Air Force.
yeah, too right. Too right. Well, I can tell you, it is indeed that time. The cars are on the dummy grid by the looks. So we'll go look to the skies. And if this is your first time watching, well, this is a sight to see.
If this is your first time, click that follow button because every Wednesday night it goes off here at THD and Enscar. You don't want to miss
Drivers, start your engines!
Ah, there it is. 65 laps of racing ahead of us, and I'm fairly confident that we're going to actually see some green flag racing this week, unlike the scenes we saw at Martinsville last week. We do not want a repeat of that.
No, you're right. The last two outings for these boys have been a bit messy, so give them a nice big track where they can hold it wide open and hopefully get some good green flag running, a bit more space, a little bit less to think about. Obviously when you're door to door with someone there's a bit to think about, but yeah, who knows, we'll see what unfolds.
I can tell you now, as it stands, we're picking up all 26 cars on the lap timing, so I'm not going to curse anything yet, but right now...
So you actually paid the broadcasting fee
yeah.
to get all 26 cars on,
yeah.
on the broadcast, did you?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Cheers for the follow. Welcome in to Talladega in round 9 of the Enscar Championship. It is Dan Hedderscheid and Ewan Baker off the front, and well, that Ewan Baker, mate, the form he has been in lately, he's on fire, that is for sure.
He's making a bit of a habit of being up front here, which is good to see for a newcomer to the league, and mixing it up at the front and chucking his name right up there and sort of showing people that you can come from other disciplines and be competitive, and it's exactly what he's doing. So hats off to him, and he's had a road course win and came close at Martinsville too.
Yeah, he went back to back somewhere, didn't he? He won 2 in a row. Was it at Dover?
No, he won at Kota and then he won at Richmond. He won at Richmond, so he won back to back. But here we go, Brad.
It's about to go. We are about to get underway. Hedderscheid and Baker, they're going to lead them out. Well, all I know is that surely we're going to get at least 10 laps in, surely. Let's go, we'll find out. You can see backdraft there. Hunter and Gray line astern on the outside. We are underway. Brilliant jump from Hedderscheid down the bottom line. Galashan right in behind him too. But you're going to see straight away.
There will be a card.
Oh, you are joking me. What is going on, folks?
Did you say a tenth of a lap or 10 laps?
I tell you what. I think this guy just wants to get in the comms box, but I don't even, look who's missing in that. Can you see a colour car that is missing in that lineup? I tell you what, it was 2 guys that were line astern.
Oh, no.
And we're going to go back. We're going to have a look at what's come unstuck here. It's Gray. Oh, there's been contact up in front. So Matt Town, in fact, turned around. And I don't think it's going to be a wise idea going down and talking to Yonke under this yellow, because he's going to be pretty hot under the collar. We haven't even started the race, to be fair. And straight away we've gone yellow.
He will be spitting.
So we saw a bit of contact there. It looked like it came from Matt Town and someone else. I'll just try and pick them up on my timing charts. See if we can see what happened. It just looks like clearly Gray's just got nowhere to go. See if this has got anything going on here. Oh, there you go. There's a bit of contact, so we can see it early there. It is the 04 that's made a bit of contact. Matt Town has gone around. It looks like can't quite pick up that back car that was involved as well, but well, that is not the way to start a night, that is for sure. I can't even pick up who the... Oh, it's Mandela Pluck in the 04, so... Boy, oh boy, early scenes here at Talladega. Not the way we wanted to get things going tonight. Nonetheless, we are under caution.
This is becoming a bit of a recurring theme, Brad.
See, I called it. I said 10 laps, and mate, look, straight away cursed it. We didn't even get one lap in.
Nah.
So,
I'll tell you what, though, I did notice at the start of that race, you watched that bottom lane. 4 cars there being Heddershide, Galashan, Van Bilgen, and Robertson all lined up together on the bottom line with some the KSR contingent on the outside. So it'll be interesting to see how that bottom line works, and if they're smart enough to just make a train together and sort of work together for the most part of this race and dominate that bottom line, because it will be quite hard to get the momentum in the run to get everyone clear from that top lane to get down. So maybe just something to watch here on this next restart.
yeah, too right. But I tell you, mate, one bloke he's going to be absolutely spewing about this, and that is David Gray, now currently in pit lane. It looked like a almost a promising start, really, with him and his teammate Hunter lined up on the outside there. Looking to maybe get along with a push, but caught up in someone else's crash, and no doubt that is the quick repair done. Still on the lead lap, so that's maybe one plus to take out of it.
Yeah, that will be, that will not be easy to take. Having to get rid of that fast repair, only a matter of meters over that start-finish line. So he's got a bit of a tough night ahead of him. Just, may even have to cycle to the back of the field and run at the back and keep it clean for the night, and then make a charge with 10-15 to go. Hopefully link back up with Luke Hunter and maybe some of the other THD boys and surge through the field again.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one from here, that is for sure. Trying to avoid anything else that goes on, especially when you are buried right at the rear of the field. But nonetheless, got to get the job done from here. Eyes forward. And let's hope we can, this time, go green for a little bit longer.
That'll be ideal.
So I can tell you, things in the Plate Championship certainly changed a fair bit during the week. In the standings, of course, we went into the first week. Jamie Yarnmuth topped the table. So he had a night to forget last week, along with probably half the field, to be fair.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, coming from the same THD stable, a man who had a night to remember actually was David Gray.
Yeah, that's right. He found himself in second place after last week's effort, so yeah, he's pretty happy with that. And he did say before we came into the night that he very much doubts that he's going to be sitting there after tonight. And well, what do you know, early stages. He's at the rear of the field.
Yeah.
But it is Jordan Sharplin who's leading the way. He had a great week last week. He's sitting on the top of that plate series with David Gray in behind him as well. Sitting on 43, so there's a 7 between them. Then we go back another 6 points back to Peter Romitz. And one to Luke Yeager, and then she's a pretty tight field there with Yarnmuth and one of the blokes I call every week, Mr. Cole Trickle. He's there again. The old Chris Robertson. Yeah, mellow yellow. But
Yes,
look at
well,
that, look at those Kiwi Sim racing guys on the outside there all lined up. Looking to go. It's going to be a great start surely for these boys.
yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if Pluck can get to that outside lane and make that a 4-car train. It'll all unfold pretty soon when we go back to green.
See Matt there, he's got Yarnmark riding behind him, so he's so Jamie's had a pretty reasonable start to this race. So well, he may have actually just had a great qualifying, qualifying 11th, starting where he qualified at the moment. So he's done a good job in qualifying in the old Kleenex Racing.
There he goes, pace car peeling off.
So this time, folks, let's hope we can get some green flag racing in as we go restart here at Talladega. Go jump up with this bloke here. He controls it. Your iRacing starter, man.
Green flag, green flag.
Gets them back underway here at Talladega. As the field stream through. Head aside. Back to business on the bottom with Galashannon behind. Those KSR guys, they look to get in formation and some draft going. Pluck's still sitting down the bottom there. He knows he's got a long race ahead of him. It's header shide. Header shide and Galashan straight up to the top. Clear intentions.
There's a bit of a Saudi shuffle going on there.
Yeah, that certainly split them up straight away. That's put them into 2. Doherty really nowhere to go now other than sit behind Galashan and Heddershide. So that was an interesting move, early scenes here. We're 5 in.
Very interesting. I'm not sure why you'd want to... if it was me, you'd be wanting to control that bottom lane.
Yeah, I think these guys up the top, if they get a bit of a line going, you'll probably find they'll get a bit more momentum up there. But yeah, interesting. It's who's got the most numbers really at the end of it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But the problem with that, though, is you've got to be really organised and tidy up there to make that really effective.
Oh well, after that early caution, went 2 wide. So far, the restart has been okay. As we say that, looks like a bit of trouble. Further back in the field here, cars fanning out 3-4 wide. It's far too early for this carry on, boys. As we can see, Northway, I believe, he's going to pass another 600 cars tonight, like he does every week. It's the field still streaming through. Oh, and we spoke too soon. It is David Gray again.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Oh.
The luck is not on his side, and I tell you what, we're going to get him in for a chat because why not?
Yonky.
Why not, folks? He is going to be absolutely livid. The quick repair will be used.
He's going to have to watch his speed too, because if he can't maintain speed, he may have to... Oh, no, he should be right.
So we'll just drag him into the waiting room, give him a second to finish abusing everyone, and we'll drag him up. We'll get his thoughts, folks.
We'll be waiting till next week for that.
It's everyone's favourite segment of the show. It's Yarns with Yella. Oh, Yarns with Yonky, sorry, under Yella. And David, mate, it is not going well for you tonight, buddy.
No, reminiscence of last year, to be honest. Of last season, just being caught up in the shit. And I've just missed my pit lane, fucking grand. But yeah, we're not off to the start that we're after, unfortunately. Got caught up in the shit with someone going 3 wide before we even got over the start-finish line on the first lap, which is fan-fucking-tastic, as you can imagine. In a great mood after that, and yeah, unfortunately Stubbsy just clipped the rear there and set me into the wall, so...
Oh no, so a bit of friendly fire, that's not what you want to hear on a Wednesday night.
I don't
That
want to
is
say
for
anything,
sure.
but I reckon he's getting a bit of paybacks for playing tag under yellow last week. So,
So I did just notice then. Did you not take the quick repair on that first stop? So you just used it then, yeah?
yeah, I had to use it there, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
First accident wasn't too bad, but that one completely fucked me. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet as. Oh well. Thanks. Thanks for. Well, you had no choice about it, really. Thanks for coming in and making our night anyway, mate. And well, I'm telling you what. Hopefully we can get some bloody green flags under our belts, because so far, mate, it's shades of last week, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I reckon obviously the first crash sent the president. I don't want to drop anyone in it. That's up to race control to have a look. So Carl, I'll let you deal with that later. But but yeah, obviously that started, and it's just just come from there. So hopefully the cautions don't breed too many cautions tonight. She's a long lap around here under yellow, but yeah, hopefully we can get back in. Obviously there's a lot of lap, but if we keep out of the shit, then yeah, we have a chance of getting back up there.
Tell you right. Oh well, all the best, mate. Hopefully you can stay out of the shit now, because yeah, you don't want any more damage to that car now, that's for sure. So yeah, try and keep it in one piece, mate, and hopefully we see you at the end.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see what I can pull out of my ass.
Yeah, good shit. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother.
Well, there it is. So I guess in a way, lucky he didn't require that quick repair under that first pit stop. Otherwise, mate, that would have been a nasty one. So he's managed to salvage something by the looks.
Yeah, he would have been sitting in pit lane for a long time there, having to do some repairs. So that's actually quite a smart move there from him to assess that he didn't need to use that fast repair and save it for later. So
yeah, too right. So I'm going to see if we can pick up what's happened here while we are under yellow. Obviously, we heard from David about contact from the back from Smith. As oh, that was interesting. Yeah. Didn't look like he was too close to him, but maybe a bit of netcode or something.
yeah, we'll have to see what the stewards are all at. But no, you're right. It could be a little bit of netcode in there to initiate that sort of chain of events.
See if we can ride on board maybe with Smith and see what's happened. Oh, yeah, wow.
A little bit of netcode, but
yeah.
But
Came
even
up
when
the
netcode
track a little
happens-
bit, so that's a couple of different angles there of the incident. The latest yellow here at Talladega. Well, bit of friendly fire amongst the THD boys. The contact. They may not be teammates, but well, as far as the points championship goes, but mate, scenes here early.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you look at that, you know, even netcode that close, it's probably going to be some contact eventually, given how close they were.
Yeah, too right. It's good to have everybody tuned in tonight here. Course round 9 of the Enscar Championship. Well, early cautions, in fact 2 of them, one of them before really we got past the start-finish line, and well, we managed to get a couple in that time, so hopefully that those laps increase each time between cautions.
Hope so. Wouldn't it be nice to see like a little green flag stop here at Talladega?
Yeah, it certainly would. That would fire things up, that is for sure.
Definitely make our night interesting up here in the booth, calling that and trying to decipher who pops out where. And
I'll tell you what else is interesting on this restart. We have our teammates split up this time. A couple of KSR guys on the bottom, but apart from that, Doherty's up high. Galashan and Heddershide, they separated different lanes, so really the VSK boys, they're separated as well, but seem to be closing that gap on each other, so maybe they'll be able to help each other out at some stage.
yeah, not wrong. Hey, just browsing down the timing charts, and the other half of VSK that's out there's obviously had a very solid qualifying tonight in the top 10, and Justin Allen qualified in 9th and is currently running inside the top 10. So kudos to him.
Yeah, and that beautifully presented Anzac livery, the VSK guys tonight. So we're about to get back underway here at Talladega. Peter Scheidt's going to lead him out. Jordan Baker right in behind him. Hayden Kirk as well. One that's found a bit of attention over the last few weeks
Green, green.
as far as other cars go, and he's having a pretty good run so far tonight. But you look at that. Brilliant start. Straight up to the top line where his teammate is. And you can see the Kiwi Sim Racing guys will file in. Minus Matt Pluck by the looks. He's going to try and run up high.
You just watch that second lane sort of, they will eventually cycle up and behind those two fully floored cars.
Oh, and we see Hendershine just hangs his teammate out to dry there. Wow, dropped down and Galashan. Wow, interesting.
Very interesting move.
Hendershine seems to be blocking very early tonight. But now it's going to be all over as Ewan Baker pulls up outside him, and I think that Hendershine's going to find himself falling back now. Unless Galashan can drop down somehow, he's not going to be able to. It's Colt Trickle. Pulls him behind him. There you go. So, very costly.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think Dan's probably thought to himself, I mean, there's probably a better way to do that, but get him behind, and he's probably better use pushing Galashan along than roles reversed, if I'm going to make a statement based on what they've just done there.
I think we're going to see a big run here from the outside line any moment now. There's 3 cars, everyone's starting to gather up on that top line.
Yeah.
And Della Pluck, by the looks, was that just drops down.
You got Wayne behind Dan and Pluck, and then I want to say, based on that livery, either Jordan Sharplin or Hilton Jorgensen. So
yeah, that is in fact Jordan Sharplin, currently sitting P9, leading the plate championship. Doing a good job early. He's up 5 spots, but Mandela Pluck, we saw him in a bit of trouble early on. So far, he is up 8 spots, sitting at P9, and Paul Stewart, he is coming very fast, and is your current biggest mover in the field, up 10 spots.
Look at that, Brad, that outside lane, now that Heddershide's pushing Galashan along, has just driven right round the outside of Baker and Co on that bottom lane.
Watch for Pluck to drop down maybe here in front of Baker. See what happens, see if he drops down, maybe gives that bottom line, get in line with his teammates and create a bit more momentum. Doherty's down there, but Mandela Pluck as well, sitting up on the high line. Guess it is a long way to go, so maybe team plans just can wait a little bit.
Maybe get a few laps under the belt here under green, so sort of shaking off those early couple of yellows, and yeah, just sort of get into the motions and just take away those laps until we get to the real racing with about 10 to go.
Get to right. Looks like a couple of cars, they've actually fallen well off the pace. One of them is David Gray. Looks like Hilton Jorgensen, the other one. So something maybe has happened between those two.
They're going to find that hard to catch back up to that field now, been losing that draft and in a 2-car pack that far back, so
yeah, it's interesting.
They're probably praying for a yellow.
I'd say something has definitely happened there. They've fallen well back as we go back to the race leader, Galashan. A great job, Heddershine and behind. Wayne Van Buljon there sitting in P3 at the moment with Matt Pluck. Current championship leader sitting right in behind him in 4th. That bottom line of Baker, Doherty, Hayden Kirk, Colt Trickle. I think that's Luke Yeager as well, maybe up there. 422.
Certainly is.
See Mandela Pluck just go up a bit high there, and our first glimpse tonight of Mr. Dion Gregory in the 42.
You watch, those boys will now suck up in behind Sharplin and create a bit of a licorice all sorts in terms of teams up the top there. May look to take a bit of dominance away from KSR, but yeah, it's a bit surprised Pluck hasn't dropped down into that KSR train.
And we just saw.
Whoa, that's a big
Town.
move down the bottom there.
It looked like Matt Town, a big move dropping down to that bottom line. Kind of very much in a hurry too, so that was a interesting move there. So we see the 26th and 27th place cars on that lap scoring there, falling further and further behind now. Just approaching the start-finish line, and these guys there out of turn 2 on the back straight. They will be, like you say, Carl, praying for a yellow right now. Is that outside?
I was just glued to the screen, Brad, looking for the smallest mistake to start off that big one that we're wanting to see.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite interesting that the field has continued to stick too wide and not just gone single file for now. Of course, 18 laps this time by of 65. Very long way to go yet.
It's good to see that everyone's sort of found their groove and just settled in and got themselves sorted out and racing sort of cleanly for now.
I guess there is one good thing is that these guys aren't going 3 wide yet, because we see that very early. It's just now we see Matt Clark drop down to that bottom line. We were speaking about it earlier, and he's just dropped down now, so see if that bottom line could pick up a bit of dominance maybe, and the numbers building down there. And of course, the Superspeedway restrictor plate racing, it is a numbers game. Big push from Baker there.
Maybe a bit of team orders to let Matt Pluck down in front, who knows?
See Dylan Jordan now, he's probably one of the few Kiwi Sim racing guys that haven't actually dropped down, along with Paul Stewart up there.
I know these guys on the top lane seem to be doing a good job of keeping it real smooth and steady and controlling that momentum out of turns 2 and 4 and getting good runs. And
Gilbert, bit of a moment.
Gilbert.
Big moment there for Don Gilbert, you saw him.
That'll get the heart rate going.
And it can happen just like that here at Talladega as we see a big split now in the field. It's, something's gone wrong if we go back to Cam James. So it's not going to be good for these boys. Couple of THD Bash Bros in there as well. These guys will just be wanting to stick in a single file and try and work together and maybe somehow catch that lead pack, because that is not what they would have wanted. We can see Northway is one of these guys. He at the moment is pushing Cam James, so I wonder what has happened there.
Just quickly off topic, Yonki starts P21 up into P7, so huge gains there for him.
Is he? Nah, he's not. Nah.
Is he not? Dion Gregory, sorry.
Dion has, Dion's done a great job.
Got the mix up, my apologies. And Jordan Sharplin up 10 slots, so some big movers early on.
Look at Gregory, 13 spots. That's been a brilliant start to his Talladega run tonight, and it's a no doubt a race he'll be targeting to try and get a win on. These boys, they love a bit of NASCAR racing, but generally don't have the pace to run with the likes of Heddershide week in, week out.
No, but this is this is a form of NASCAR that people, like you say, if you don't have the pace to run up front on some of these 1.5 mile ovals that require a bit more technical skill, like some of these guys can find themselves at the pointy end of the field, just through the drafting and give themselves a chance. So it's good to see that we have sort of different disciplines within the oval racing, and it's good to see some of these guys that don't ordinarily get to run up the front get the opportunity to get up here and sort of mix it up and have a crack at maybe the top 5 or getting themselves onto the podium.
Yeah, so you're right. Is that outside line? It looks really dominant early here at Talladega. They seem to have a lot of momentum up there.
Yeah, you're right. It does have some momentum. I mean, these guys they've been quite clean and nose to tail and getting some good runs down the straights with the draft and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for the rest of the race.
I think now maybe that bottom point is starting to come in, so I can tell you what, that gap back to Gray and Jorgensen, it's definitely not looking good now. Almost getting to half a lap down. Yeah, get back to 20th too. That second breakaway that we saw Cam James on with Northway, and the gap looks to be increasing between them as well. As looks like we're going to lose Jordan Smith in this little battle. Don't know if he's got any damage, but it's not going to help that they're too wide back there. That is for sure.
No, they're going to be creating a bit of a side draft. Rothmans needs to either get in front or drop him behind and suck up to that 4-car train to give him any sort of chance of catching that lead pack again.
You're right, as Westbury there, you see him, he's just trying to hold on to these guys and see if they can keep this gap as small as possible, but these guys here, they are not helping things one bit.
Are these guys trying to have like some sort of hand signal discussion, like racing side by side, having a bit of catch up or something? Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's going to help things. That'll help them try and maybe catch up to the 4 in front, 4 or 5 cars, and maybe try and catch up to those lead cars, because once you drop off that draft, it's pretty much see you later from there.
Yeah, a bit like Jacinda Ardern couldn't make their mind up what they wanted to do.
Yeah, too right. It's going to be frustrating out there, no doubt about it. Just watching that lead pack of cars just disappear into the distance. So now we see it. Change for the lead. Matt Pluck, Ewan Baker, that bottom line, starting to work some magic.
Yeah, so that bottom line will come back in if those guys just really keep themselves nice and smooth and line astern and not lose too much momentum. So if those guys on the top lane can sort themselves out again, get that run going, then no doubt they'll probably carry the momentum and drive around the outside of them again.
Right, so we are coming around now to be 26 laps of 65 in. And a little bit of green flag racing, and it's great to see these guys trying to get it done from here. And that gap now back to those guys, Cam James, it almost looks like it's closing up a little bit, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I think 4 cars, they should, if they work together well enough, they should close that gap up slowly. So just be interesting to monitor that, and if it does close up, then they'll catch on to the back of that main pack. As long as they get within about sort of 6-7 tenths of the back of the pack, they'll suck up to them quite quickly. But
it does actually look like that gap is closing. So there's about a couple of seconds now between 19th and 20th. So can we see the likes of Cam James, Robert Northway, I believe he's part of that group too. Maybe force their way back into this race. This thing's definitely not looking good for Gray and Jorgensen at the moment.
Those guys will be definitely praying for a yellow. So look at Robert Northway right up on the bumper of Cam James there,
doing everything he can. Along with Westbury too, he needs to try and tuck right in behind that 44 and just keep it nice and still.
Just while these guys are doing such a good job in circulating and keeping this green flag racing going, I want to jump off topic slightly here, Brad. Monday night, how did that all go?
Oh mate, that was another great night of super stock racing. I'll tell you now, another New Zealand champion crowned. In fact, the top 3, I believe, maybe with new champions. Matt Stone, of course, one of the guys behind Kiwi Factor, does a lot of work across most of the R Factor communities, actually claiming the 1NZ. Pretty dominating fashion, to be fair, and yeah, it was bloody good to see. Another newish comer to the scene claiming 2NZ of Ethan Curran, so he was there or thereabouts in the stock cars, but claimed in the last heat, so yeah, been pretty pumped about that.
And we, up in sort of your neck of the woods, they had the super stocks in real life at Wairarapa Park on Saturday night.
Yeah, the Teams Nationals, how good was that? Mate, that first race, I tell you, unbelievable scenes. A wet track, and we saw about, I think, there's 2 massive hits anyway. I know David Lowe, hopefully he's recovering well. He got a bit of a back injury, massive hit off the end, going in the pit corner, and then Flanagan with a big rollover too, man. It was some, those pretty mad, those real life Teams races.
Oh mate, some of the hits that they endure, you gotta ask yourself, like, yeah, I don't know, they're a different breed, those fellas.
Yeah, so you're right, of course. These guys, look at that gap now, certainly closing it down. They're almost caught them back up, so they've done a great job. Won't be far now, and they will get a bit of that draft off the cars in front. They will be line astern and tow with the leaders again. So a great recovery.
Just shy of halfway here too, so we've had a real good green flag stint.
We could see some green flag stops, maybe.
Possibly, if it pans out the way it is, then no doubt we'll see some green flag stops. So,
tell you what, this has been a brilliant recovery from Cam James and Northway. Simon Burling Claridge, of course, in that line as well, and Julian Westbury to force their way back into this race and catch that lead pack. They've done a great job. So we will go back to the leaders now and see how it is shaping up. Matt Pluck still narrowly holding the lead down the bottom there, with Baker right on behind him. Baker just about, well, he's leading the rookie series. I think he's top 3 now in the championship overall, so we'll say circuit racer, I believe, giving the old NASCAR a run for the first time this year.
you just have to look at that too. If there's going to be a drag race to the line, looks like that outside lane's the place you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to get. It's funny, the momentum shifts are massive here. Eh? Like, you know, that bottom line, probably a lap or so, they'll be pushing their way into the lead. So we see a bit of separation between Gilbert and Gregory and Paul Stewart. It's closer together, the better it works, really. So, but then the closer you are together, the more chance there's going to be a big pile up.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind seeing one, but
oh mate, I'm all for it. We all know that. I'd love it. But get behind it. Of course, as we mentioned, you mentioned teams racing, and of course in a few weeks' time we have the big mainland teams meeting down in Woodford Glen for online racing at Kiwi Factor, and that's going to be a ripper. So if you're looking to get involved in that R Factor racing, hit up Kiwi Factor on Facebook, get yourself in a team and get amongst the action. It's good fun.
Are we going to see you jump inside a virtual stock car at all, Brad?
Nah, mate, I've done my time in those. I sit in the comms box now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no, I raced online for a very long time, and yeah, get my thrills out of calling it nowadays. So yeah, when I do jump in it, I tend to not stream. So yeah.
Well, as much as I love green flag running, this is
welcome to Superspeedway racing.
yeah, like it's hard to. There's nothing really too interesting happening yet, and you know, no doubt there will be a big one soon, or eventually by the night's over. But this can also be not boring. Boring's probably not the right word, but this can be a little bit mundane to call as much as pacing under yellow.
Yes, absolutely. And while I get a bit of an opportunity, some big news coming in the streaming front this Sunday night. Keep your eyes peeled on the on my Facebook page. Information surrounding that. It's what a lot of people have wanted to see for a while now, and I got a message from a certain Andrew Tippett, the high side hustler, after the New Zealand champs on Monday, asking if I wanted to do a certain stream on Sunday night, so we're going to sort our stuff out for that.
Sounds very intriguing, but
Yes, make an announcement tomorrow night on that, but yeah, I think a lot of people will be quite intrigued and interested in.
oh, look at this.
There we go, a bit of a split in that top line again.
Van
Header
Bilgen's
shot.
going to... Oh, he's missed his chance to get down there. Just as we say, it gets a bit boring calling a race around Talladega going green.
So I tell you what, this could signal that maybe these two are thinking about pit stops.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I guess the other thing for the other positive out of this is if this outside lane carries up momentum, we may even see that Anzac livery of the 77 and Wayne Van Bilgen make a surge to the front.
Mate, that'd be a great sight.
Obviously
Certainly,
VSK being near and dear to my heart, like that'd be an awesome sight to see if he can get to the front and hold on come lap 65.
So you're right. As we see some great shots here throughout the night. Cameraman doing a great job.
Ben's on the infield soaking up the action here on a Wednesday at Enscar.
Yeah, so you're right. She's a packed house too. You'd expect so.
Oh, look at this run.
You can see it now. Jordan Sharplin right in there, and a man you spoke about earlier. I tell you what, he is still sitting towards the front of this field, and he'll be loving every moment of this. Of course, out of the mighty Waikato, Dion Gregory in the 42. THD Kleenex Tissue Box Racing. Sporting those THD on the white colours on that bonnet. It's a great sight. He will be absolutely loving this, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, he'll be getting those butterflies and all that adrenaline cycling through his helmet and his body right now. He'll be lapping it up. He'll be having a bloody ball.
Mate, I tell you what, hopefully he's had a few drinks, because yeah, he'll be getting amongst it. I can tell you that now. Look at that bottom line now.
I was going to say, is Galashan trying to make a move up top?
It's looks like everyone's starting to maybe look to go single file here. That bottom line is growing in numbers. It's about every lap that goes by, as we can see.
Another lead change there too. So Van Bilgen picks up a bonus point of a lap lead. So if you're tuning in or you don't really know how the point structure works, there's a couple of bonus points on offer if you have a zero incident race, and if you lead one or more laps in a race, you actually get a bonus point added to your championship tally. So all these points add up over the season, and they do mean something. So it can be quite pivotal, especially for some of these guys like Jordan Sharplin leading that plate division. If he can grab one of those and just extend his lead as well.
Yeah, so you're right.
Look at the work on that top line, Brad. Like those were, Wayne was a good 3 or 4 car lengths off when Galashan and Hedderscheid made that move down to the bottom, and now they've just cycled round the outside of them. So
tell you what, we're just seeing some pit stops going at the moment as well. As I can tell you, Hunter, Westbury and Yarnmar
Belgian down to the bottom now
have all cycled through the pit lane.
So they're going to want to stop
Peter Romans as well. So we're 40 laps in now, this time by. Well, pit stops just taken place.
Yeah, so...
Oh, it looks like all the Kiwi Sim Racing boys have just come in as well. So here we go, folks.
This is going to be very interesting, because once they get back up to speed, these guys that we see on screen now are going to have to work really hard together to try and make this pit stop efficient, get back out together. Well, here they come. Here's Van Bilgen pulling off. Did Heddershot and Galashan go with him?
I will find that out for you. It looks like Heddershot's still on the track. We're going to watch these guys come off pit lane and we'll try and compare the leaders. They're coming now around turns 3 and 4. Set the race off pit lane done. We can see them here. Bill John's still out there. Heddershot as well. Galashan stayed out. Gregory, Dodd Gilbert, Sharplin. All these guys, they'll be wanting to get in a single line and work together. Otherwise, that train and the Kiwi Sim Racing guys, they're going to make hay while the sun shines here at Talladega.
They certainly will, Brad.
25 to go. Laps counting down. We have seen a cycle of green stops. We love it. It's just a matter now of when these front guys come in, because that is going to be important for the rest of those guys who just stopped.
These guys looking like to run the tanks as dry as they can to minimise the fuel stop, and here we go. And then they come, and they come.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be crucial. Any mistakes coming into pit lane as they all look to slow nicely. Gregory.
Big lock up in there by Robertson by the looks of it.
Everybody looks to have got it done there. This could be a great sequence. We'll try and pick up where those Kiwi Sim Racing boys are. Here they are, Ben Doherty with Pluck right in behind. This is going to be where the race is for the lead. Hayden Kirk in there, Mandela, Pluck, Ewan Baker as well. No, in fact, Ewan Baker is not in this. He is dead last in the motor race at the moment, so...
Enough cars here to keep enough momentum to try and run away from the field too, so this is going to be a very interesting race.
What has happened to Baker? Why is he showing in 27th and a lap down? That's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, there's Justin Allen on the inside, and there's...
So here it is. Here's the race now. Doherty, we saw the guys... Oh, a bit of a movement there for 422. That's dangerous.
Oh, here we go. So Van Bilgen and Co are out in front. If they can get up to speed and create some momentum, they want to try and get to that top lane. And...
Look at that,
Robertson's... So they're going to want to get up to that top lane and stop these KSR guys with that huge run like Van Bilgen is doing.
So there we go. This is going to be interesting. Cole Trickle, he'll want to get into some form of draft here pretty quickly. So these guys, they'll look to work together. As Dion Gregory, he seems to be a big loser in that round of pit stops. He was, of course, running with Don Gilbert before that. But he has dropped well back to P19, as we can see now. Doherty and Clark move to that high line.
Ooh, it's squirmy there at the top.
As we can see here now, they are coming around to put another lap on Ewan Baker by the looks. So, I do not know what has happened to Baker, but...
Where's Galashan?
Well, he's gone too, isn't he? So that's...
Yeah.
It's interesting too. Galashan's showing P17 at the moment. So here we go. They are going to be 3 wide any moment. Oh, Gilbert in the middle. Look out, folks. This could get interesting.
Oh, Van Bilgen's just a sitting duck. He's going to get swamped. He's going to have to get in somewhere.
Of course,
Watch this train on the outside just rocket past him down the back straight.
This is indeed the race for the lead now, because...
is this... Oh, that had me going there. Gilbert, all sorts of... all over the show.
Well, it's very interesting with Ewan Baker. I don't know if he's picked up a penalty somewhere or what's gone on, but early stages he was up towards the front.
Quite surprised to see these guys not just take that top lane off KSR when they came out and just sit in the middle of the track, and maybe not necessarily the smartest thing to do, but make KSR make the option whether they go around the outside or go down the inside of them. But
go. This is it right here. This is going to be the pass for the lead.
Oh,
no, we've gone yellow. Who is it?
up, guys. Your blower, they're going to drop down to the
Is
oil
it
dryer, I'm
Westbury maybe? I think Westbury may have come unstuck maybe. Yeah, Westbury's come unstuck. I saw it flash up that Gregory had passed him. Jamie's passed him too. We'll have a look. We'll see if this is going to show anything. So this is right after they've stopped. Oh, big contact from Gregory right into the back of Westbury. Absolutely sends him. So that is not good scenes there. Oh, Westbury almost came up in front of him. It's hard to see. Let's try and pick up another angle of what has happened there.
He was having such a strong run too. Their pre-pit stop cycles. I've just been licking his chops at where he was, but
it looks like Westbury may have just drifted up a little bit. It's hard to say. But boy, it's not scenes these guys will be wanting to see, I can tell you that much.
no.
We'll see it here. Oh.
Yeah. First glance, it looks like Westbury's changed the lane there up into Dion, so that'll be bit of a bitter pill there.
Oh yeah, just looked like he crossed up in front of him a little bit, so well, unfortunate it is, but it is what it is, and sometimes that is super speedway racing for you. But I can tell you what, one man who will be extremely happy about that yellow is this bloke here.
David Gray.
David Gray, because that has just saved him from going a lap down, I believe.
Well, that and if I'm not wrong, Ewan Baker should get his lap back.
Yeah, 2 right. Well, he just went down 2, so soon find out. I'll find out what Baker's doing. He should get the lucky dog. You would assume anyway, but well, that was some sort of break there. We'll drag Matt Pluck. We got him waiting in the wings.
Oh, is he searching for a yarn? Is it?
Yeah, he's here, mate. He's on board with us right now, Mr. Pluck. Well, tell you what, mate. We had a couple of early yellers. We just cycled through the pit stops, and well, it's come unstuck again. But so far for you, it's been going okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's hard track to really gauge how you're going because when you're at the front, you're using more fuel. So you're seeing a few guys kind of leapfrog us in the pits because they've been sitting in the train saving fuel. So also we're in the front pack for the run to flags. That's the main thing.
Yeah, too right, because all fueled up now to the finish, obviously. And mate, can you give us some information on what happened to you and Baker?
Oh, he lost. He touched the grass as he came into the pits and lost it.
Ah, okay.
And then he got a drive-through penalty for unsafe pit entry. So, as always, fucking when you fuck it up, it compounds into twice as much. So, it's unfortunate because it is only well, but yeah.
Yeah, all you guys were sort of looking to get yourself into a bit of a formidable position from what we were looking at anyway, but coming unstuck for a couple of them, that is for sure.
Yeah, we're hoping we can come in early and kind of break that draft train up a little bit, get back out together and get a couple of laps in to kind of overshoot them, but the yellow's kind of throwing the spanner in the works.
Yeah, certainly
It's shaping up to be quite a good motor race at the end there.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking pretty loose. The last 18 laps now, fellas. Everyone's going to be trying to push to the front, so there you go.
Yeah, well, not too far to go now, that is for sure, but a lot can happen, of course, here at Talladega, and I guess you just got to be there to have a chance anyway, so it'll be interesting.
Mate, if you're on the lead lap on the last lap of Talladega, you're a chance, you know.
Yeah.
Something always happens here, so
Yeah, too right.
We'll just try to get the finish line and hopefully get some points.
Yeah, well, of course, leading the championship, and no Toby Stent tonight, so you'll be looking to make the most of it, no doubt.
Yeah, interesting to see Toby not here tonight. Bit of a shame, but even with the drop rounds, after 2 drop rounds, he'll still be ahead. So it's still a play for. I did some quick math after last round. After drop rounds, it's actually very tight behind him. He shows a bit of a lead, but then me, you, and Dylan, and Daniel Headshot all, within a few points of each other. So it's pretty fucking tight between us.
Yeah, well, it's always good to hear there's going to be a bit of a battle season, that's for sure. But anyway, it looks like the lights are out on the safety car, so we'll let you get back to the race, and yeah, we'll see if we're going to have a yarn to you afterwards.
We'll see. It should be tough going to get top 3, but we'll see.
Yeah, too right. All right, cheers for dropping in, Matt.
Nah, all good. Cheers, fellas.
So there it is. You heard from him.
Hey, I just need to point something out here, Brad. Look who is in P number 1.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. He's probably, well, I tell you what, on my lap scoring right now, it says he's passed 26 cars, but that is only the cars he's, passed to get to the lead. He's probably passed everyone twice already tonight, no doubt. So
Probably. He's probably done 7 laps of the globe and passed the field
yeah,
tonight
too
here
right.
at Talladega. So,
But well, that's a big move. Along, I can tell you as well, with Paul Stewart sitting P2 at the moment, so he's up 18 spots, so massive jump. Along with Matt Town and Jordan Sharpman, both up 10 apiece, and well, the biggest loser out of all of it, I guess, it's that man in that 42. He was having a strong race, and well, it certainly has come unstuck for him there. It looked like Westbury maybe just crossed up into his path, and they've come together, and a bit of a work to do now from the back of the field, but we can see what he's going to do.
time to shake and bake again, Brad.
Yeah, not wrong. It's got to be that time. It's Northway. He's going to get us back underway. Green flag will be in the air this time. Boy. There where it is. And we will go 17 laps to go, I believe. It's Northway straight up.
Straight up top. Straight up top.
Links up with that other Kiwi Sim racing car out there, Paul Stewart. Beautifully presented car, that one.
Yeah, Matt Town's going to... Oh, and Robert come down again. I was just about to say Matt Town's going to be the beneficiary of Dan Heddershire giving him a push, so...
Right, well, another guy, mate, he's going to be pretty happy about that. Caution is the driver of the 59, Jordan Smith. He was not far off being put a lap down. And all of a sudden... No, he's still on the lead lap now, and he's currently sitting 13th in the motor race, so he'll be bloody buzzing about that. Well, actually 19th. I don't know why it said 13th up the top.
But just watch out here, Brad, because with the pack all condensed up like this and everyone moving around a wee bit, we could see ourselves back under yellow again.
A bit of a moment there for Westbury further back. Bit of a wobble there. Managed to hold on to it though, as we the two cars that came together now back in the field. But like Matt Pluck said just then, we heard him, if you're on the lead lap, on the last lap, you're every chance. Of course, anything can happen. Oh, a bit of contact there!
That
and
was
I tell you what, huge wiggle from Gray. Somehow he managed to hold on to it, and he will not be happy about that. He is having one of those nights to forget here at Talladega. Of course, coming in second position into the plate championship tonight, and this is going to be hurting that is for sure, as the points leader Sharpman.
I just noticed something quickly, Brad. If I look out outside the comms box here to the spotters, we've got few of the spotters here working together. We got spotters of Heddershot, Gilbert, Gallish, and Justin Allen and Van Bilschen, all chatting amongst themselves, getting these boys lined up. So may see some of these unofficial teammates working as a team.
Yeah, and it is a great viewing spot too, high above the grandstands at Daytona, looking down on the action. Well, that bottom line, getting some huge momentum. It looks like Dylan Jordan on the outside of row 2, just checking up a little bit.
Look at that.
Bill Shonen behind, along with Ben Doherty. Look at that VSK side by side. What a sight it is.
Absolutely, Beautiful sight.
Cold trickle there. Dylan Jordan.
Oh,
No,
what's going to happen here?
this is danger. The 422 of Jaeger. Ben Doherty. Oh, Jaeger almost coming up. This is going to be dangerous. Bit of
Van
a
Belgen
wiggle.
needs to get down.
Bit of a wiggle.
Oh, Van Belgen sold himself to the devil there.
Crazy scenes here.
Oh, he's in no man's land now. He needs to get in behind Gregory.
So, a bit of a comeback of some sorts. Gregory now on that bottom line. So everybody checks up. Dylan Jordan, bit of a moment. Him and Ben Doherty. Rubbing fenders. Well,
This is turning into an absolute spectacle here, folks.
13 to go. We're going to have 12 next time by. As an email pops up on screen.
Oh, Gregory's just poking the nose down.
Oh, Wayne Van Belsen climbs up to that top line.
Oh, he's looking to get the push from these KSR guys. He's going to have to do something.
Oh, I'm going to say that top line could very well be chasing the race pretty soon.
I will be
It's the comeback, mate.
screaming at him if he gets to the front.
12 to go. Here at Talladega.
Oh, they're getting very loose just in behind Doherty there.
Great scenes. Oh, it's like a snake working their way up the track.
There's Justin Allen. I thought he might have popped up in front of Wayne, but look at the run that this outside lane's got, Brad.
This is going to be
It's just
huge.
momentous.
It's going to be on. Gilbert maybe he's going to stall some of it as he looks to go to the top line. Header Shide too, jumps to the top line. That's going to drop Northway and Town out of it, no doubt. They're going to fall back into the clutches of Cold Trickle.
Like I said,
Justin Allen. How
Yes.
good is this run that he is having? Currently sitting P8.
Yes, I did have a chat to him, and I said to him, go back to last season mid-race. He was actually leading the train that we were sitting in, that we had lined up, and he was doing a phenomenal job. And I said to him, take some of that confidence out of last season. You did such a good job, and take some confidence in tonight and just do the same thing, mate, and you'll be at the front end. And it looks like he's doing just that. So hopefully he can carry on that good momentum and get a good finish.
Well, I tell you what, he's your pick for the night, and well, he's just been pushed into the lead of this race with 10 to go this time by. So could it be?
I don't think he'll be giving up that top lane, Brad.
Not at all, not at this stage. As we look at that momentum, the bottom line maybe, or they... Mate, it's hard to say what's going to go, eh?
They're going to sort themselves out pretty quickly. Dylan Jordan may drop down in front of Northway possibly at a glance, but Don Gilbert doing an absolute stellar job in behind Dan Hedderscheid here.
There's a big push here out of Melbourne, Australia. The Anzac livery, it's a beautiful thing, doing a great job. Currently sitting P2 in behind Hedderscheid.
Mate, if there's one person you want to be following, it's the man in front of you too, because no doubt he's going to learn a couple of things just from following and working with Dan. So good to see a newcomer up at the pointy end of the field too, Brad. A new driver to the series this season, up there having a good night.
It certainly is. So those THD backdraft boys, they looking like they are going to try and mount some sort of attack from the back here, maybe. They were running in the top line, and suddenly both of them dropped down to the bottom. So, you know, odds on, mate, I could see these guys making it 3 wide towards the end of the race.
Well, you have to. If you're this
Here we go. Speaking of 3 wide. Oh no. It's too early for it yet though, yeah? 9 laps to go.
Yeah, you want to be doing that sort of 3 or 4 laps to go, but I'm starting to get tingly fingers and all. I'm on the edge of my seat here, Brad.
Galashan's falling back. He is not where he wants to be right now, so Hedderscheid. Is he going to have to do this on his own?
That outside lane's just got too much momentum off the exit of the turns 2 and 4 and gets a good run. So As long as we stay green, this is going to be a very interesting run
no!
for the... Oh, Doherty!
Oh,
Got
another
loose.
huge moment. Mandela Pluck and Doherty come together. Now a huge push. Doherty, well, that was an almost moment right there, I tell ya. These
We've gone
guys.
pretty wide here too. This is getting
Oh,
ugly.
yes,
This
we're
is
going to
getting
see a
very
race. We are going to see a race to the end. 7 to go now. And they are looking to go 3 wide at Talladega. Look out.
ugly. Oh, this is getting hectic, Brad.
Yeah, this is what we came to see, folks. Get it up, yeah. 3 wide at Talladega. Enscar Racing. In the lead. Change again, Northway.
Where would you rather be on a Wednesday night, folks?
In fact, hey, look, where has this bloke come from? Where did he come from? Matt Clark has managed to find himself. Oh, big moments! Can they all get through? Oh, look out! Oh! THD backdraft car there all over the show. Hold on to it, son. It looked like that was Luke Hunter. Big moment. How did that not end in disaster? 6 to go. What a race this is shaping up to be.
We've lost all sort of shape at the front of this field here.
It is Matt Pluck now leading it out.
There will be a caution.
Oh,
the caution.
there it is. Yella, yella, yella. What has gone wrong here? Mandela Pluck, by the looks, has come unstuck. Oh, man, what a race that was shaping up to be. Looks like Yarnmart could have been involved as well. We'll have a look.
I needed a break after that. It was getting hectic, Brad.
We just changed away from... Oh, there it is, right there. So Galashan and Mandela Pluck coming together. Not the way you would have wanted that to go. Of course, we saw it early in the race. Mandela Pluck involved in a caution. And now, late in the race, we are under yellow.
We've come to see, Brad. This is the racing we've come to see.
I tell you what.
This is what we want to commentate. This is on the edge of your seat material, and
this is going to be a fantastic finish because if I am correct, we could very well see a green-white checker finish coming your way. So we'll be under yellow for a few laps here. It's Matt Pluck leading the race.
Birmingham, Alabama, Talladega is the home of the famous words of Brad Matheson. So
yeah, you know it, and it's coming. We're going to get it out tonight. We've got a driver waiting in the wings right now. Mr. Jorgensen, I believe he's got a few words to say. So, mate, take the opportunity right now while we are under yellow late in the race.
Thank you very much, Brad. I just wanted to, say happy birthday to Jordan Sharplin. He turned 25 today. 25 years young.
Young fella, spring chicken.
And so far, he hasn't been killed this race.
Yeah, well, he's actually having an outstanding race from where we've been watching it. He's having a bloody good night, so he'll be pretty happy about that, definitely on his birthday.
Yeah, no, it's I definitely think that it's a good one for him, because he tends to get taken out a lot.
What about
everyone's just avoiding him?
What about yourself? You've had a bit of a rough one, haven't you? We've seen you in a bit of looked like maybe a bit of action earlier on with David Gray in the race. Both of you two were a long way back, but have fought yourself back into the race.
Yeah, we so I originally got damaged, and then I kind of got pushed out by a little, got pushed into the yellow by someone, and then lost the draft.
Oh, right.
And then we were just playing a game of how long can we hold off before they catch up to us.
Yeah.
And we each had about 2 laps of fuel left when the yellow came out.
Yeah, so that we noticed that it was very lucky timing for you, no doubt, but it's at least you're still in the race somewhat, because we had Matt Pluck in earlier, and he said if you're on the lead lap on the last lap, you're in with a chance. Being Talladega, we know how that goes.
I'm waiting for the green, white, checkered.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one, that is for sure. But cheers, Hilton, for coming in for a chat. Also, another new person. We haven't spoken to you before, so it's always good to have new people in the comms box come in for a chat.
And thank you very much for having me.
Hey, no worries, and all the best on the restart for this race, and see if you can survive the end.
Gonna need it.
Cheers,
Okay.
mate.
Catch you later, boys.
Cheers.
See ya, mate.
Bye.
So there you go. Big happy birthday to Jordan Sharplin, the driver of the 264 out of Christchurch, New Zealand. Yeah.
I've just had a. What is the date today?
26th.
26th of the 4th, 264.
Yes, mate.
Racing
Oh,
number
good.
264, 26th of the 4th.
Yeah. It's just, it's how it's meant to be, right?
Yeah.
So, well, we look to form up and back into 2 wide this time, boy. I would say the lights will turn off on the iRacing car. We will look to go back racing.
I'm excited with suspense here. This is going to be an absolute howler of a finish, Brad.
Yeah, this is what we look forward to. This is what I look forward to. I know that much.
If you're watching this live on air, or you're going back to watch it in a replay, and if this doesn't get you excited or make the hairs on your neck stand up, then you're obviously watching the wrong content.
Yeah, I'm going to get excited about it. I know that. I know it already. They're coming out of 1 and 2 down the back straight. They will their last lot of communications. The crew chiefs. No doubt the teammates. There'll be plenty of chat at the end of this one.
I do believe if this goes green, white, checker and it goes yellow, then they will be
like
finishing. Yeah.
Okay, so
They
only
will
one
be- they
crack
will
at
be
it. So
finished.
this is
Yeah.
green. This is green. We'll check it now. I'm going to come over to. So this is it. This is the only opportunity to get it done.
This is going to be an unofficial green, white, checker.
At Clark and Northway. Oh, so we will get a green white check if we go.
Yeah. So if there's a crash,
If we go to the
Yeah.
last lap, it'll be racing to the end no matter what. But let's go. Lights are out. Matt Clark on the bottom. We'll see a bit of teamwork, no doubt, between him and Northway. Will he jump up to the top? Once you head a shot on the bottom, you can see Wayne Van Bilt behind him. Matt Town, even newcomer to the Enscar series, having a brilliant night, sitting P3.
part of that Contrast Motorsport team, so he'll be thrilled to be in P3 with a big push from Dan Heddershot in behind. So just watch how this all pans out.
Look at him right up behind the back of the 51. Trying to predict that start. Heddershot, bit of a gap there behind Matt Town. So we look to get underway. Cheers for the follow.
Green flag.
Underway. 2 laps to go on this one. It's a brilliant start from the 2 KSR cars. We'll look Northway. Will he jump down? Yes, there you go. Right in behind Pluck now. Matt Town pushing in third. The rest of the field struggling, but I can tell you.
Look who's going up top,
The
Brad.
VSK boys line astern, are they? No. It's Heddershot and Wayne Van Viljoen. Where is Justin Allen? Currently P11. There he is on the outside. This is going to be a big push from that outside line.
Look who's on the outside up top.
Ben Doherty just drops down there. Smith moving out of the way. Says, I don't want anything to do with that. Can that momentum come from the high line? Northway gets up for the block. There's contact. Can they hold on to it? Oh, Smith, it's gone pear-shaped. Justin Allen, they're still green. White flag is in the air. They're going to bring it home from here. Oh, more contact in the background. Cars going everywhere. You can see it. We're going to stay with the race. Wayne Van Viljoen, I think he's too far back. Matt Clark. Matt Town in second. Colt Trickle, a.k.a. close enough.
Van
Checkered
Boozer's going to get
flag.
a huge run with this draft.
Checkered flag is in the air. It's not even finished, but
Does Matt
here
Town...
we go. Is he
No.
going to have a go? No, he's going to push him home. Matt Pluck gets it done at Talladega. Round 9, Enscar,
Oh.
Matt Town and P2. And I tell you what, Hayden Kirk, he's got it done for third. And he has had a great race tonight. Started towards the front and he's managed to bring it home. Well, Ewan Baker, you've got to be kidding me. How? Ewan Baker somehow has salvaged it to come home fourth. I just can't believe
Based on
that.
what we saw on our screens, Brad, that...
Hey, do you want to see some of the action?
Well, yeah, but I hate to say it, but that was... I think we need to give Robert Northway a new nickname.
Well, that crash or something.
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
Robert Bubba Northway.
That was a big moment. We'll go back. I think we're going to...
But it's very Bubba-esque of him.
It's already going off here. It's already going off. We can see huge contact here. David Gray into the side of the 443. And there was tyre smoke and everything from there. It's a big moment. Gregory facing the wrong way. There's cars all over the grass everywhere. But meantime, we'll go back. Your race winner at Talladega. Surely's lighting the bags up. He comes around now. What a race that was. The finish. Well, she was all on in the background. There was cars everywhere. Tyre smoke galore. And in the end, Matt Pluck's got it done. And he's going to increase that championship lead tonight.
Yeah, that move from Robert Northway to come up top, that was... yeah, that looked a bit of a late... hate to say it, but a late block, and it obviously caused a terrible chain of events, but...
Yeah, so you're right. That is Talladega at its best and worst. That is for sure. We love to see the big ones. And well, Matt Pluck, he basically wrote himself off after that last yellow and said he's got a long way to go. But as you can see, he is the one doing the skids right now. So we wait to maybe get a word. Oh, I'll tell you what, Hayden Kirk waiting in the wings.
And Matt Town. Matt Town is going to be stoked.
He will be absolutely fizzing. We'll get a word with Kirky though. We'll drag him up. Your third place tonight, Mr. Hayden Kirk, mate. Great effort.
Hey, how good, eh? Haven't
Yeah.
seen a podium for a while too.
Yeah, too right. And Talladega, it's got to be good to get one here, especially bit of a lottery even trying to finish here.
Absolutely, yeah. It's plate racing, you just don't know, eh? But it was actually a lot of fun. It was probably, I don't know if it looks that way on the stream, but it's super stressful. Yeah, people going which lane and this lane and follow me and closer and too close and yeah. So, but no, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Tell you what, from where we were sitting, that those last 10 laps were anything but excited. Like, they were just, you know, on the edge of your seat material, mate. It was just as fun up here as it probably was on track.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I think, well, as you say, about 10 to go, it was like, well, if we don't go 3 wide, we're just going to be sitting here following the leader. So started to try and find some holes. We got a little bit untidy just before 10 to go and lost a few, but managed to keep it relatively clean and pick up some scraps at the end.
Well, congrats to you on a third place finish tonight, and yeah, we can tell that you're pretty happy about that. Been a while between podiums, so yeah,
absolutely.
Big ups, and yeah, now you can go maybe have a bit of a drink and relax after that that race. That is for sure.
It's a school night, mate. We don't do that.
Oh, come on. Why not?
Quick shout out to KSR and Speed Nation too while I'm here. Eh?
Yeah, definitely got to get those plugs in while you can. And yeah, cheers for coming in for a chat anyway, Hayden. Always a pleasure. And congrats on your third tonight.
All good. I go back and look forward to watching the call.
Yeah, cheers, mate. All right, second place tonight. And well, we oh, sorry, mate, just interrupted you on that. But congrats, Matt. Rocky to the Enscar Championship and coming home on the podium tonight here at Talladega. You got to be pretty pumped about that, yeah?
Yeah, man, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I've done ever on the sim. So, fuck, man, that was just so cool to be racing up the front with these guys.
Yeah, it's pretty intense stuff, ain't it? Once you're in that draft amongst all the cars, and yeah, to push someone like Matt Pluck home, it's certainly a bit of a good time, that's for sure.
Yeah, just kind of a shame I couldn't have a run with him. Just had nothing for him.
Yeah, it's he's certainly one of the front runners in the championship, and shows why that is for sure. But yeah, big ups to you tonight, and that tell you what, that Anzac livery that you done, it was a beautiful sight on track tonight, that is for sure. So yeah, great work on doing that.
Yeah, thank you. My friend made it for me, and fuck, he's an amazing artist. Just kind of proud, or just kind of happy I could do the livery proud for him.
Yeah,
everyone.
You definitely did that. You definitely did that.
You'll be looking to take a bit of confidence out of your first podium here in Enscar for the rest of the season, Matt, and try and carry that momentum forward.
Yeah, hopefully it's the start of a good run, and we can make a run for that plate championship after that shocker last week.
yeah, I think you and half the field had that shocker last week. But yeah, as we said, congrats on the second place finish, and enjoy that one. And no doubt we'll see you back next week for another round.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was an amazing race. Even though I started backwards at turn one, and to be on the podium is just unbelievable.
Yeah, massive turn of events, that is for sure.
If you just quickly, Matt, have you got anyone you want to thank before you shoot off?
Just know my friend who made delivery for me, Jordan Sharplin, for inviting me to race with the team, and just yeah,
awesome.
And to you guys, know you guys do an amazing broadcast, and to the league in general.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, cheers for jumping in for a chat, Matt, and yeah, all the best for the rest of the season, mate.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right. Well, you heard it there from Matt Town, your second place finisher tonight. Great job by him, and we will now drag in our race leader, probably our race winner, probably mid-convo, but nonetheless, Matt Pluck, mate, you got it done. Congratulations.
What the fuck happened there, boys?
What do you mean? You got it done.
Oh, I know, but fuck, man, me and Superspeedway, I think that's the first one I've finished without crashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
how good,
man.
How good. And it's one.
I'll take that.
And it's one that has a little bit of meaning with the Enscar Championships.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn my nose up at a win.
Yeah, too right. Too right. Were you nervous coming towards the end there with Matt behind you? Did you think he was going to maybe have something for you? Or?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like when the outside line started coming up, I knew it was going to be pretty tight, but they kind of killed themselves. So if Matt had a run on me and I got P2, I would have been happy with that, man. Honestly, a top 10 at Talladega, I would have been happy with. So, you know, if Matt had a run on me or if he pushed me or whatever, you know, it is what it is. But to run first or second choice.
Yeah, too right. And I tell you what, looking at the results, you spoke about him earlier, and he was part of that logjam, and he's finished dead last night, and that's Dan Hedderscheid. So not a night for him, that is for sure.
Yeah, fuck, that's rough.
I think he got caught up in that big contact towards the end there. We don't know what was going on there. That looked like a bit of a late block maybe from Northway, but certainly created a huge chain of events in your rear vision mirror, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't really see exactly what happened. I just know Murph moved up high and then shit happened. I just saw like 5 or 6 cars wide behind me. But I mean, hey, Talladega is tough because when you're changing lanes, it's such a big speed difference. You got to kind of change lane several cars before they actually get to you. If you change up as they get onto you, because there's such a speed change, it just gets real awkward. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching it to see kind of what happened, but I mean, it always fucking happens at these tracks. It happens somewhere, whether it's in the middle of the pack, at the front, at the back. Everyone's trying to jostle for position, and everyone's carrying different speeds, so everyone's trying to push to the front, and unfortunately, it's part of super speedways.
Yeah, tell you right. It was definitely a big moment, that is for sure. And they originally, it looked like they gathered it up, but it caused a bit of a chain of events behind, which left a trail of destruction as sorts. But
all the guys in behind wanted to capitalise on it and push through, So
tell you right.
Hey, fuck, it is what it is. I'll take the win, but
it's NASCAR racing at its best. That's what it is. Or what do they call stock car racing?
I mean, you watched the fucking real race on fucking Monday, right? Fucking Bubba and that, that's how they race in real life. So,
Yeah, too right.
They say life imitates art, so,
Yeah, too right. But nonetheless,
looked a bit of a carbon copy move from on that last second to last lap there. Looked very Bubba-esque.
Rocking it out, yeah. I mean, there's also with the point structure, you get extra points for winning, right? So, I mean, anyone at the front, instead of just gaining 1 point, to go second to first, you're getting 6 points essentially. So, everyone's going to push as hard as they can to try and block out that win.
Yeah, so you're right. But nonetheless, getting it done at Talladega, and that will certainly help your points situation in the championship and give you a bit more of a buffer from some of those other guys. So definitely a great result for you, and in the overall scene, the championship, and good result for you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I think Ben got caught up in it. So on the team side of things, it was still lost a bit of ground to Dylan and Ewan, but on the individual side of things, it helps. You can't do much better than a win. So
too right. And how that Ewan Baker, he's a magician, isn't he? Like he was dead last, and he's finished fourth.
Yeah, hey mate, he's a fucking alien on the road courses, and he'd never done oval before, and they said to him like, mate, give it 4 or 5 races and you'll be up the front. And fucking, I think week 6 he won, went back to back, so it didn't take him long to get in the midst of it. So
you got that for sure.
It's good to see, and I mean, not just him though. Like the last couple of weeks, we've had Matt Town, Jordan Sharplin. Those guys, making massive gains. It's really awesome to see. So, more guys can get up the front and battling it out. It's good.
Yeah, too right. It's definitely a good thing for the championship as a whole. So, but anyway, congrats on the win tonight, Matt. And no doubt we'll probably have another chat with you next week.
Yeah, well, fuck, I know I'm due a bad race now. So,
sweet.
I'll go back to finishing fucking 10th.
Well, cheers for dropping in anyway, and congrats on the win tonight.
Nah, cheers, boys. Love your work.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, see you, mate.
Well, that is all we have from Talladega Speedway, and well, what a race it was, Carl. Bit of carnage, bit of late drama, that is for sure.
Yeah, that was shaping up to be an absolute ding-dong of a finish. But that's how Super Speedway racing goes in the NASCAR form.
It is.
Would have been good to see how that was going to pan out at the end there if Hedershy did get that run to pick up a win, and that'll be one that sort of eluded him there that he won't be too happy about. So
yeah, definitely
he'll
coming
come
home
back with a vengeance next week.
Coming home P27 after being right up the front, that is a tough pill to swallow. But that is, like you say, Super Speedway racing, and it does happen, and it happens in real life too. So as it is, a great night's racing. Big congrats to the top 3, and we will roll on to Dover, I believe, next week. So
yeah, another tricky little track there. So
yeah, it should be a cracker.
Yeah.
But that is it for tonight here from THD on the mic, Carl. It's been a pleasure again, and we will catch you all next week for round 10 of Enscar.